There are many reasons why people want to watch horror movies. And of course, everybody's different and everybody has their own motivation. But there is one reason that a lot of people might not be aware of. It's like a dark secret lingering in the unconscious. It's coming from that area that the famous psychologist Carl Gustav Jung calls the shadow. To understand this reason, we need to dig deep into our human evolution and go back hundreds of thousands of years, if not millions of years. Violence has always been a part of the human existence. Our ancestors were always under the threat of being ripped apart by wild animals. But then at the same time, we are also a very violent species. Just imagine the hunters and gatherers. They had to kill animals with their bare hands. And also when different tribes were competing with each other, they often had to fight with each other very violently. Violence is still the solution to a lot of problems. Just look at the terrifying torture tools that had been developed in the Middle Ages and other torture tools that are still used now. And not only do the torturers seem to have a very wicked joy in inflicting pain. Think of public decapitations or hangings. People came there and they shivered with joy and excitement. So what is this? Are we all crazy? Are we doomed? No. So there's this violent part in us that actually helped us survive. Now when we live our daily lives, we suppress this part. We're ashamed of it. We don't want to deal with it. It doesn't serve us at all. We learn that we have to be civilized. We have to be good to each other. But it's still there. It lingers in the darkness of the shadow, down in our unconscious. If you got a moment, please like and subscribe this video. Thank you. Now I have to come back real quick to my theory that movies are nothing but dreams of humanity. And what happens in a dream, all the elements of yourself are represented through archetype, through characters, like characters in a movie. Here comes the shocking part. When we watch a horror movie, we relate to this violent element and we identify, listen to this, we identify not with the victim, not with the good people, we actually identify with the vicious, murderous character. Not the whole of us, but that one part of us becomes alive and it's allowed to come out while we sit there pretending to be good people. That's why we have this rush when we see these very violent scenes, and it is allowed to have this rush because it's a movie, it's entertainment. The question is it a good thing to let this part out and become alive? And I'm gonna say yes. And we're doing it all together in a movie theater, in a 2-hour ritual where we enjoy this terrifying, brutal, violent movie. And the part of us that gets always suppressed suddenly can come out and we can acknowledge it for 2 hours. And that's actually a healthy thing. It's very important to every once in a while acknowledge that we are these multifaceted creatures that are also violent, that have a history of violence just because of our survival. Dig into this for a little while and then we come out and then we're better people. And you know why we're better people? Because when we acknowledge it, if we let it out, then this part of us is not suppressed and sitting down there in the darkness and trying to manipulate us. For example, if you have an unconscious anger fit that suddenly overwhelms you, or you suddenly get road rage or something like that, that's when the suppressed part of you is starting to rule you. So it's good to let it out, acknowledge it, and go through this whole process of a story together. So go indulge in those movies. You have my blessing. Go out there. I'm enjoying them. Please take a moment to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.